Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And it is moi and my A-43, part of my 100 battle challenge. And I try to do at least a video or two for each one of these tanks, give you guys an idea about them. They're usually tanks that aren't very popular, or tanks that I went through pretty quickly, didn't play a whole bunch. This one I just finished, did pretty well in it. And you can see I've got a bunch of gold. I'm running the 57mm. I wanted to talk a little bit about the strangeness of the new hit points, and how the timing and the amount of shots you need is very different now that tanks have more hit points. This happens to be a tier 6 and 5 battle, so every tank here has had tanks added to it, had hit points added to the tank. So the timing is just off, and I feel like the 57mm struggled or lost a little bit of its capability when the rest of the tanks out there have so many more hit points that they have to chew through. It just takes forever for this thing to take down armor. Now, take a look at this. Choose your own adventure. Look where everyone's going. I'm going to have some backup in a minute, but man, I do not have as many people as I would like. Plus, the 3001 hasn't even logged in at the moment. G1B, the BDR G1B goes down to the Banana Road. I'll come up here and I find this little guy, and I'll take a little shot at him. I hit him and bounce his shot. This tank has a little bit of armor, especially against lower and same tier kind of mediums and lights. It actually does a pretty decent job of bouncing. And I'm worried a little bit about getting swarmed, but I'm finally getting some help coming up here. And what I was waiting for there, the reason I didn't go popping around is I knew eventually one of my guys would stick their turret up and light up everything that's there. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with these guys. This dude just comes at me, which is fine. I'll auto aim him, and then here's the pew pew thing going on. Just boom, 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 80 hit points a time, something like that. He's trying to do a runner, gets me again, and he just continues on away, and I abort that attack because the T-25 is right there. See who gets hit. I'll just go around that guy. And I don't know if he thought I caused him that or what, but he gets a little irritated. Now he's shooting me, which I don't understand, but there you go. The 3002 has come all the way around. He's outside again in echelon, and that's going to give me an opportunity, at least I'm hoping, if he continues. See, there's the Su-85. He's still angry. I really don't know why. And there we go. So he stops shooting me and gets back into the fight. That's good because we're getting pushed pretty hard up here. There's not many of us up here. They've got 3 there and another 3, I think, on the other side. And there's the T-14, the T-25, and Artie, and the Su-85. And that's all we've got up here, so we've got to be pretty careful. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to auto-aim this guy. He comes out and fires, and when they're on echelon like that, I don't really care which guy I hit. There we go. We'll just come out and hit him. Someone's going to get hit, so that one bounced. That's a bummer. I'll go ahead and switch the auto-aim to that guy. He's going to make a runner out. He gives me 3. This guy comes out, and I think that's probably the end, but we'll just go ahead and lock him up and just blast as well we can. There we go. We got him down. They end up killing the 3002, who was near dead. And I'll just start using some other dead tanks and chase this dude down. And the pew-pew gun actually works out in that case. I'm able to machine gun that dude down. And the guys behind me managed to live, for a wonder. So I'm going to run off this way, because I think at this point I've probably lived way longer than I probably should have up here. I feel like if you look down below, the entire team is down by the railroad tracks doing I don't know what. They're taking on the 150 and the 3001H at this point. But we've really held these guys off pretty well. And then I think, well, maybe I can stay. And no, should I stay or should I go now? And then I see the Artie, and I think, well, let's shoot him. I don't really want to get blapped by him. Now, here's something I didn't know you could do. I saw this. I thought about it as I was coming down the hill. I went, I wonder if I can do this. Because they've changed this around, and it looks like if I have enough speed, I can actually ramp up this thing. And I'll be daggummed if I didn't get that done, and that Artie is in big trouble. We come around the corner and we take that dude out. That was fantastimundo. Fantastimundo. I noticed the T-14 has fallen back. He's actually survived, so let's get back up there and help him out. See if we can't take down this KV-1 up top. It's looking good, folks. We're looking good. Lots of pew-pew coming out of the gun. We have 1399 on the hit points of damage. Here comes the KV-1. He wants to kill the Artie, and that's going to be to our advantage. And it's going to take us a long time to chew through this guy. I'm hoping he's not going to want to look at me. Oh, that was okay. There we go. The T-14's making a very long, circuitous flank. The Artie actually gets a chunk of him. Oh, there we go, and we saved the Artie. We're actually able to save the Artie. Here's the T-150. We're going to shoot him once in the turret. He sees me. He's trying to turn. He can't make it happen. And we're at 1,986. I'm thinking I might get a shot on 3601, but probably not. So let's head off this way. I noticed that the IKV was moving around us. So let's go see. He's got 400 something hit points. We'll come over this way with our 1900 damage and see if we can't find a few more hit points off of the 103 IKV. You know what? I'm just going to go at him. It's a casemate. It's very inaccurate. Oh, geez, that's going to hurt. Yep, just like I thought it did. It definitely hurt. He hit me with the heat. We'll fix that and get moving. It's going to take a while for him to repair. We'll get an auto aim. There we go. He misses, thank goodness, and we'll just kill him on the run down through there. The 3601 is making a run. We're at 2,223. We've got 6 kills for a top gun. Very nice, very nice. But didn't it just seem like it took a long time to chew through, especially heavies, with only doing 80, 90 hit points per shot. And what is the alpha on it? I want to say it's 90. I feel like I low rolled a bunch. Nope, it's just 85. That's why it's always looking like 80s and 70s. And a high roll is in the 90s. That's what's crazy. And down goes the last guy. Ends up being a pretty decent game. So I just wanted to show you the A-43. Obviously top tier against tier 5s. Good player. Yeah, that's a bit of a seal clubbing, spamming a lot of gold. I got it. But it is an interesting little tank. I do like it. It's just I struggle a little bit in it, really, to be quite honest. And with the new hit points, it makes it a more interesting dynamic. I've started saying this, something that's kind of come to me in the recent past. If you are a new player, a returning player who hasn't played for a while, or an intermediate player trying to get better, I think one of the sweet spots in the game right now is tier 6 for learning. The meta is developed pretty close to upper tiers. You can get away with a little bit more aggression down here, or a lot, depending on how good you are. But that teaches you things as well, how to be aggressive when it needs to be done. Just realize when you get up to tier 9 and 10, some of the very aggressive moves you might see me do here down at tier 6 aren't really going to pan out well. People will punish you for it. But it is a more permissive environment at tier 6 for you to learn some of the larger aspects of the game. A little bit more of the mid to late game stuff that you may not see a lot of because you never survived to that at tier 8, 9, and 10. So give it a look. I think it's also a lot of fun down there. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate your support of the channel as always. And if you're looking for other ways to do so, you can find those down in the description. That's all I've got for now. We will see ya.